everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys for watching. Today we're going to be doing my October favorites and I'm super excited to be doing my October favorites because, to be honest, I haven't done a favorites video in a really long time and I feel like I'm slacking in that department completely and I really do need to be getting back into it. So today we have quite a few I tried to shorten it down a bit because honestly I've been rediscovering a lot of makeup this month. I have bought a few products, but I have been rediscovering a lot of makeup this month that I kind of put to the back burner and just forgot about. So I'm really excited to just rediscover these and share my favorites with you guys. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. So I have two products for skincare that I really want to share with you guys. One of the products I actually put on the back burner a lot and I kind of forgot about it because after I moved I kind of put it away and it was hiding on that shelf there. But this is the Bioderma Sensible H2O Micellar Makeup Removing Solution. This is for sensitive skin. It's non-rinse, paraben free, and hypoallergenic. So this is what it looks like. You guys have probably seen this all over the internet. I'm sure like everybody uses this. This is like an OG product. I've gone through a few of these already. This is probably one of my favorite micellar waters I've ever used. There is the, I think it's the Garnier brand at Walmart and stuff that you can get, and they have like a pink cap, a blue cap, and they have one that has like argan oil in it. I hate those. Like honestly, if you guys love those and you think those are good, really need to try this. The reason why I hate the Garnier ones is because they make my eyes burn. This one's hypoallergenic. The Garnier one isn't, so that's the only difference about those. I did try the oil one because it intrigued me and I broke out like crazy. Like my face was so broken out, like it was so bad, and I'll never ever go back to another micellar water than this one. So this is a face mask. This is the Pure Dirty Girl Detoxifying Mud Mask with Palisylate Clay. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. Pure is kind of one of those brands that is not really talked about very often. I really like Pure. So when I used to work at Shoppers Drug Mart as a cosmetician, we actually used to sell Pure, so I got to develop a love for the brand maybe through that. This mask is unbelievable. So you're supposed to keep it on for 5 to 10 minutes. What this does, it's a clay, and I actually feel it like tingle in my skin. It's like it's peppermint or something in this mask. I don't know what it is. It's really weird, but so satisfying at the same time. So it like kind of tingles your skin. So right now I'm actually working a construction job and I get a lot of dirt and stuff in my face, and I like to use this mask. It really detoxifies and it gets everything out of your pores, and I absolutely love this. So if you guys are having a problem with your pores being clogged, or you're like a construction girl like me, I actually 100% recommend this mask. It is unbelievable. I use it probably once a week, and I do use my Clarisonic every single day now because it really gets in there and it really cleans out all of the dirt out of my pores, which is what I need. I've never heard someone on YouTube talk about this brand, and honestly I don't know why, because it's such an amazing brand. This is their Everlasting Foundation with a broad spectrum of SPF 15, and this foundation is honestly like one of my favorite. I did purchase this at Shoppers Drug Mart. This is more buildable. It is, I would say this is like medium coverage, but you can build it up. It dries down really fast, and it has like a semi-matte finish. It's not shiny, which is what I like, especially going into kind of like winter months. I really do like a matte look, especially for fall and the dark lips and everything. I love matte looks. So I've really been trying this foundation out, and honestly, like I've used this probably for 2 weeks now and I cannot put it down. The finish is unreal. Like if you guys look at my skin, I'm wearing it today, like you can still see a little bit of my freckles, which is what I like. It's almost perfect for what you can see. I just think it's gorgeous. It sets down demi matte. Clarins is a really good brand and I feel like it's not hyped up enough. Another OG product that I've really been loving is this Smashbox primer water. I've been using this on top of all the primers that I've been using as well. I kind of find that this leaves more of like a sticky base for my foundation to stick to, and I used to use this stuff all the time and I ran out and I never repurchased it, but I had a bunch of points that I wanted to use as Shoppers, so I was like, you know what, I really did enjoy this stuff when I used it, so I wanted to try it again. So it's silicone free, alcohol free, and oil free, which is perfect. But honestly, if you guys really want an extra boost of stickiness, I kind of recommend this to try with your other primers and your foundations. Good old Shade and Light contour palette. So I've been pulling this out again because I realized that I haven't been giving this palette enough love. So I really took a break using this because I don't even know why I have so many contour products now that I've just been loving, and I've really been trying to get back into the contouring because I really love that chiseled bone structure. So I've been using this. I've been using this banana shade under my eyes, and I've been mixing these two together. So this is a cool tone, this is a warm tone. I've been mixing these together to get the perfect neutral shade. This color here is way too dark for me. So what I actually wanted to use this shade for, and I found a really good use for it, so this palette doesn't go completely to waste. For this one, I actually put it in my hairline. So when I wear buns and stuff, like this part right here is a little bit more bald, so I like to just take a brush and kind of fill that in, and I'll actually use this shade. So I actually make a use for all of these shades except this peach one. I haven't really found a use for that one yet. Another contour product that I've been absolutely adoring this month is the Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face Color in Bondi Babe. And what I love about it is, again, becoming in the winter months, my skin is kind of going more dry. So I find that powders really dry out my skin a lot more. So what I actually do is I'll take this, and this is what it looks like. It just screws up at the top there. So what I'll do is I'll actually contour with this first when I'm still wearing my foundation, even before I apply like my concealer. I really like this stuff. It gives an extra boost of contour. I don't use very much of it. It is a really expensive product for the amount that you get. What I love about this is I actually do really like this brush into it here, and I will actually buff this into my skin. It gives like almost the perfect tan, and it's just beautiful. And if you guys haven't tried this and you're kind of fair skin like I am, I 100% recommend you guys to try this. Another product that I've been absolutely loving this month that there's a lot of rage about this on YouTube is the RCMA No Color Powder. So you guys have probably seen this all over YouTube. Jaclyn Hill swears by this, Kathleen Light swears by this. The only thing I hate about this powder is the top of it. It's kind of like a seasoning shaker. So I'm actually trying to finish up another powder first so I can actually put this in the container, and it has like a sifter and everything. I've been trying to just dip my beauty, like I'll just take the top off like this, and I'll just dip my beauty blender in there, and then I will set my under eyes with this, and I will sharpen up my contour if I'm really wanting to be like snatched and beat. I have not noticed any flashback with this product. It's cheap. It's like 12 bucks I think I paid for this. So if you guys need a new translucent powder, I would 100% recommend this stuff. So moving along to brows. Drugstore is really slacking for brow products, I find. This is the Brow Stylist Definer by L'Oreal Paris, and this is in the shade Brunette. So what I love about this is an exact dupe, I feel like, for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz for a reasonable price, and it's just as fine tip as the Brow Wiz, and it does the exact same thing. I love the spoolie on this. I love the color. It's not too red. A lot of these products from the drugstore I find pull more red, or they're way too light or way too dark. This one matches me perfectly. So on just days I just want to fill in my brows just a little bit, if I'm like going to visit my parents or something like that, that's what I'll do. I'll just use this product, and it's just fast and easy to go, and it's extremely cheap. Two more products to talk about and then we're out of here. So there's this two eyeshadow palettes that I've been absolutely loving this month, and the first one would be the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. So I was a little bit scared to bring this palette out. Like, I didn't want to touch it at all, and I didn't want to use it, and I didn't want to get it dirty. But it's becoming a very well-loved palette, and there's a reason, because this palette is honestly perfect. It has all your warm tones, it has the best transition shades, it has some pops of color, it has a dark black, which is actually pretty good. Morphe blacks I don't really like them at all, but this black is actually pretty good, and I always end up dipping my finger in it for some reason. The shimmers are gorgeous. I do always like to set my shimmers with a setting spray just to give them a little bit more kick. The only downside to this packaging is, like, I just don't like the packaging. It gets way too dirty way too fast, but she did just come out with a brand new packaging with Ulta. So if you guys want this palette, I 100% recommend to purchase through Ulta, because she changed the packaging. So she actually laminated this outside part, and she put the color shades on the back. So when I ordered my palette, I never actually got the paper that has all the colors on it. So I have no idea what these colors are. I just know like Hunts and Pukey, and that's all I really know, but I have absolutely fallen in love with this cranberry shade right here. It is honestly the perfect color, and if you guys wanted to create like a smoky eye, like a warm tone smoky eye, that is, you're gonna be your pride and joy. Another palette that I've been loving, but it's so expensive, and I hate to tell you guys how expensive it is, I really do, but this is the Natasha Denona Star palette. So I don't know if you can get this anymore actually. I did end up getting this on Beautylish, and this shadow came broken. But Beautylish is so, honestly, their customer service is amazing. I absolutely love their customer service, that they sent me a new one just because they felt so bad that the shadow broke in this expensive of a palette. So if you guys ever order off Beautylish, honestly, the customer service is unreal. If you ever have a problem, like, I don't think I'll ever have a problem with Beautylish. Like, I just had such a great experience with them. So this is what the palette looks like. So what I love about this palette is you have your pops of purples and pinks, which is what I do love. But then it's mostly browns and your golds and your silvers, and that is what I stick to, especially at fall time. I love my browns. I will swatch a couple for you guys just so you can see like how intense they are. The mattes are by far my favorite. The shimmers can be a little bit here and there. They are just stupidly pigmented, and I still use like Fix Plus with these shadows just because sometimes they do get a little bit crumbly, and you do get followed. 100% you'll get followed. But if you guys like to treat yourself and you want to spend a little bit money, this is like the perfect fall palette, I think, personally. So thank you guys again for watching my channel. Make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel to get updated with any future videos that I do post. If you guys hit the notification bell, it will notify you every time I do upload. Leave your favorites down below in the comments. I would love to see what you guys love this month, and maybe add something to my shopping list or pull out a product that I haven't used in a while. I hope you guys have a great night or day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Oh, well.